You know that feeling, right? You finish a movie and there's this beautiful ache. Or you're looking at a misty mountain and you just feel this sense of, I don't know, profound wonder. We've all been there. It's a feeling that's so hard to pin down with words, but it's woven into the art and the stories that really, truly move us. I mean, think about it for a second. Is it that bittersweet pang you get when you see cherry blossoms falling? Or that little bit of nostalgia for a perfect moment, even while it's happening, because you know it's about to end? Or, hey, maybe it's simpler. Maybe it's that quiet comfort you feel holding an old, well-worn wooden bowl. So, what is the thread that ties all of these things together? Well, it turns out these feelings aren't random at all. Nope, they're actually part of a very old, very structured aesthetic code. It's a way of seeing the world that finds this incredible beauty in places we might normally just walk right past. And today, we're gonna unlock that code together. Okay, so to really get this code, we're gonna need 3 keys. These are 3 core ideas that, once you get them, I promise they will change how you see everything, from a movie to a piece of architecture to a simple teacup. All right, let's grab our first key. Our first key is mono noa aware. Now, you might see this translated as the pathos of things, but honestly, it's so much deeper than just sadness. It's this profound, empathetic feeling for the fleeting nature of everything. It's the big realization that things are beautiful because they don't last forever. And you've totally felt this. It's that bittersweet feeling of watching cherry blossoms just scatter in the wind. It's that sense you get at a perfect dinner with friends, knowing it has to end, and that knowledge makes you appreciate it even more intensely. See, it's not sad in a bad way. It's a kind of calm acceptance that makes you love the right now that much more. Okay, our second key is yūgen. And yeah, this one is a little trickier, a little more mysterious. If mono no aware is all about the beauty of things that are passing away, yūgen is about finding beauty in what's hidden. It's this deep, profound grace that you find in what's suggested, not what's spelled out for you. It's in the shadow, not the spotlight. Just picture this, a mountain range, but its peaks are half covered by clouds. You can't see the whole picture, and because of that, what's hidden feels way more grand, more powerful. That's yūgen. It's the whole universe of emotion hinted at behind a simple mask in a no-theater performance, or that overwhelming feeling you get when you're just staring up at a vast, starry night sky, knowing you can't possibly grasp it all. And finally, our third key, and this is one you've probably heard of, but maybe never fully unpacked, wabi-sabi. At its core, it's all about finding beauty in stuff that's imperfect, incomplete, and aged. It's actually 2 ideas mashed together. Wabi, which is all about that rustic, simple quietness, and sabi, which is the beauty that only comes with time and wear. You know, that history that gets baked into an object. So wabi is that peaceful feeling you get from a simple, unadorned tea bowl. And sabi? That's the beauty you find in a moss-covered rock or weathered old wooden gate. And of course, the most famous example is kintsugi, that amazing art of fixing broken pottery with gold. Instead of trying to hide the cracks, kintsugi puts them on display, celebrating them. It makes the object's history of being broken part of its unique beauty. Just incredible. Okay, so how do these 3 things actually differ? Let's use a single flower to make it super clear. Mono no aware is that bittersweet, empathetic feeling you get watching a perfect blossom fall from its stem. You feel its brief, beautiful life. Yūgen is the sense of mystery and depth you feel when you see that same flower, but it's partially hidden in the morning mist. And wabi-sabi? That's appreciating the quiet, simple beauty of that flower once it's dried and withered. So you've got emotion, atmosphere, and matter. 3 different ways to see the same thing. Right, you might be thinking, these are cool ideas, but they sound kind of ancient and philosophical. Well, this is where it gets really interesting, because this code isn't just theory. It is actively shaping the stuff we use and the places we live in every single day. Let's go back to wabi-sabi. Think about the story MUJI. Their whole deal is wabi simple, functional, unbranded products. It's all about finding beauty by stripping things down to their essence. Now for sabi, think about the original iPod. Steve Jobs was hugely influenced by Japanese aesthetics. Those stainless steel backs would get all scratched up, right? But those weren't seen as flaws. They were honorable scratches, marks of a life well lived, telling the story of your time with. And what about yūgen in our world? Well, look no further than the architect Tadao Ando. The man builds these massive, stark, concrete buildings, but then he'll cut a single, narrow sliver into a wall to let light in. You don't see the sun, you just see this beam of light cutting through the dark. It's all about what's hidden, and it creates this sacred, profound, totally mysterious space. That right there is modern yūgen.
But honestly, maybe the most powerful and easiest place to see this code in action today is in modern anime. Seriously, the films of directors like Makoto Shinkai are basically a masterclass in these feelings.
This line from 5 centimeters per second, it's pure 100% mono no aware. The whole movie uses the image of falling blossoms to talk about two people slowly, inevitably drifting apart. The beauty of their bond is defined by the fact that it ends, and the story concludes not with some big tragedy, but with this quiet, bittersweet acceptance.
And for yūgen, you just have to look at the idea of musubi from the movie Your Name. It's this beautiful concept that time and fate are like threads. They twist, they tangle, they unravel, and sometimes they reconnect. It's a perfect metaphor for those profound, unseen forces that connect us across time and space, a mystery that's way too deep and powerful for words.
And then, in a more recent film, Suzume, we get this powerful dose of sabi. The main character goes to all these ruins, abandoned schools, empty amusement parks, and before she closes the doors that seal away disasters, she takes a moment to listen to the echoes of the lives that were lived there. She's honoring the memory and finding a solemn beauty in what's been left behind and decayed.
But if you really want to see all three of these ideas come together in one place, like a perfect storm of Japanese beauty, you have got to watch The Garden of Words. It's the ultimate case study. First up, mono no aware. The two main characters, they only meet when it rains. The rain is what brings them together, but it's also totally temporary and unpredictable. Their connection is so precious because it's fleeting. You're constantly feeling this beautiful ache for a time that you and they know can't possibly last.
Then you have yūgen. They meet in this one secluded pavilion in this huge park in the middle of Tokyo. It's like their own little secret world. And with the constant rain blurring the background, the reflections on the water, the leaves hiding the view, it creates this intensely private, mysterious, and profound space just for the two of them. And finally, wabi-sabi. You realize that, at its heart, this is a story about two lonely, imperfect, kind of broken people. She's lost her way, he doesn't feel like he fits in, and his quest to design and make a pair of shoes for her becomes this beautiful metaphor for mending a flawed soul, finding comfort and beauty in their shared imperfection. So, when you boil it all down, these three keys, mono no aware, yūgen, and wabi-sabi, they aren't just fancy terms for an art history class. They're tools. They're a code that, once you get it, lets you see this whole other layer of meaning and beauty in the world all around you. So here's what you should take with you. Think of mono no aware as a lens for appreciating the beauty of those fleeting moments. Think of yūgen as a lens for finding wonder in what's mysterious and left unsaid. And use wabi-sabi as a lens to find a real sense of beauty in the simple, imperfect, everyday stuff. In the end, it all comes back to that flower, doesn't it? It's all just different ways of seeing. Appreciating its beauty as it falls, sensing its mystery in the mist, and finding peace in its final, withered form. So the real question is, now that you have the keys, now that you know the code, where are you going to see it first?